I'm Katie, and this is my personality profiles assignment. First up is the Fortune 500 CEO. I think they would score really high in openness, conscientiousness, and extroversion. They'd probably score like average to higher on agreeableness and low on neuroticism. It would be important for them to be imaginative, hardworking, and outgoing if they want their company to really succeed. Next, for the therapist, I think they would score high on openness because they need to be curious and open-minded in order to work with their patients. They would score high on conscientiousness because they need to be hardworking and organized. They'd probably score average on extroversion because they need to be able to talk to people, but they don't need to be like the most outgoing people. And same thing with agreeableness. They need to be able to trust their patients, but they have to still be able to question things in order to make sure they're giving them the best care. And finally, for neuroticism, they would have to score very low in order to be calm, tempered, and know what's best for their patients. For a janitor, I don't think a personality profile would really matter that much, but if it did, they would probably score lower in openness because that job wouldn't really allow them to be creative. They'd probably score higher on conscientiousness because they have to still work hard and be organized and stuff. They could score lower on extroversion, and it wouldn't really matter because they work at night by themselves a lot of times. They'd probably score average, kind of middle or higher on agreeableness to make sure they get along with their bosses, but again, they don't have like a lot of coworkers. And then probably average to low on neuroticism, but I don't think it'd make too much of a difference unless they were like super neurotic. And finally, for a police officer, I think that they would need to be about average on openness because they are somewhat creative, I would think, but also there's some conventional rules and stuff, and that comes into play. They would score higher on the conscientious because they definitely need to be hardworking. Higher on extroversion because they always have to talk to the public and stuff like that. Average to higher on agreeableness because I think they're good-natured, but also suspicious just because they're cops and that seems like part of their nature. And a good police officer would definitely need to score low in neuroticism. Hi, I'm fake Jennifer Lawrence, and this is my awkward old-fashioned dating video. So that's kind of the best of both worlds. I'm a pretty creative and open person, and this has helped me in my acting career with lots of different types of roles. I'm a really hard worker, and I try my best to stay organized and doing well, but we all know how life can be sometimes. I'm really outgoing. I love to meet new people and talk to lots of people, and I'm looking for someone with that same type of personality. I'm a pretty good-natured person with a good heart, but I'm also pretty strong-willed, so I'm looking for someone who shares some of my interests and ideas so we don't clash too often. And finally, I'm a confident person, and I think it's important for anyone I date to be confident as well.